Today we're gonna build a house in The Sims, but every room is a different death. This has been one of the most highly requested challenges, so I've actually already built our exterior, our shell. I kind of went with a haunted house kind of vibe, and we are just going to jump right in and start with our living room that also will be the entryway. And of course I have our wheel with a bunch of different Sims 4 deaths, and this room is going to be themed on death by meteorite. That puts us at a very interesting start because I was honestly hoping for that for the outside or one of the balconies. I guess no one's saying that I can't put a telescope in here. I just don't know if that makes the most sense. Maybe our industrial loft couch can work. Space-wise, I think a bookshelf could go nicely right here. I just don't know if we have a good matching swatch. We don't necessarily need the same shade of blue. We can go brown. I was hoping we could do the vampire's fireplace, or actually the desert luxe one. Looks kind of earthy and like it could be good here. I'm also not opposed to changing the walls in here. I just did the brick as kind of a default to start us off, but the Crystal Creations one with the moon is really nice. And speaking of, what if I swap out our couch for two of these love seats? The book nook table is perfect for the cozy vibes that I'm trying to go for. And revisiting the telescope here, I might actually make it gold to tie in with those accents on the door. I might also put in a little rug back here with the phases of the moon. The urge to do a rug in front of the fireplace, I can never escape it. I don't know if it actually helps in game, but I am raising it up by a platform, and we'll do a stone platform trim. It could be kind of fun to do a couple of these wall shelves. I think I want to go in and add some of these geode things and some crystals. Oh, we definitely have to get the death metal. And my idea is that this person that may or may not have experienced death by meteorite had previously found other meteorites, and these were like the crystals and metals that were contained within the meteorites. How many times can I say meteorite? As an entryway lover, I would love more of these types of items. Next to the bookshelf, we could do a little active set right there. Ooh, that kettlebell swatch matches really nicely. The weird stone from Batu making a comeback years later. I used to use this all the time, though I did just say in my last video, if you missed it, no more TVs above the fireplace. I feel like that's just way too high. So are we just not doing a TV in this one? Perhaps. I will try to make sure that we have another one somewhere in the house. I also wasn't exactly sure about windows, if we should add two right there. Oh, the fireplace is literally going through the wall. You would think that I would have noticed that, wouldn't you? We do need something on that wall. And I actually wonder if some sort of interesting light piece could work for us here. Maybe even just like the candle chandelier. And perhaps our final item could be a rock where the meteorite may or may not land. I feel like that really brings together the space vibes and the rocky meteorite vibes. There is our first room, our living room. Our next death is going to be, ooh, death by overexertion. I will say I don't think that this would work as a kitchen. I think this may work better as a home gym because the overexertion death is if elders work out too much or woohoo too much. And also for whatever reason, if a sim contributes too much to the research archive machine, they can die from overexertion as well. I think this actually might be fitting for our very top floor because you already have to exert and climb up the ladder to get there. And we can do the workout stuff from Lovestruck. I also would like to add something for woohoo. If I do something like this and grab the new closet from Lovestruck, since that can be a woohoo option. And of course, with the added risk of falling down the ladder shaft when you come out of the woohoo closet. Now, the reason I am putting it there is so that I can get a desk here for the research archive machine. Normally in home gyms, I like to add a little mini fridge for some replenishment, but doesn't that technically go against the idea of dying from overexertion? Like that would help you not die of it, right? Maybe here we could add in a TV. Maybe they get so sucked into the show that they're watching, they don't even realize they're overexerting. I would also love some sort of mix of flirty and energizing decor, because obviously you want your Sims in the mood to woohoo, but you also want them energized to work out. But also, wouldn't you want them focused so that they could contribute to the research machine? Also, wouldn't they all cancel each other out if I'm putting all of this in one room. We're asking too many questions. We're taking it all too literally. This is so silly, but we do have this club banner from Get Together that has the little romance logo on it. And we do actually need a lot of this space for the punching bag. So maybe we'll do a couple wall lights. And so this is going to be our death by overexertion bonus room, attic room. I don't even know exactly what's next. Let's just see what death we get for the next room. Death by killer chicken. Okay. That kind of depends on where we can fit the chicken coop, right? We could fit it in one of the upstairs bedrooms, but then we lose a bedroom. Let's do it back here for a little bit of the backyard. And there are a few more that are like very specifically outdoor related deaths, like killer rabbit and death by flies. So I might not even want to take up the whole yard with this. I might just want to give the chickens their own little space. If we don't get those deaths at the end of the video, I'll just put more chicken coops around. I think we need our very own chicken topiary, perhaps maybe even two. Maybe they're trying to appease the chickens. Like, look how much we love you. Look how much we worship you. You don't need to be a killer chicken. This is not where this iron sign is supposed to go, but I'm going to just use my alt key to place it over the gate. We could give them some other little landscaping features. Do chickens like water? If I made them a little pond, would they enjoy that? My personal knowledge is that chickens aren't like, yes, I love to swim, that is what I love. But like, given the opportunity, they may chill out there for a little bit. Oh, and if any of these deaths sound unfamiliar to you, they might be from a pack. I think the other two are base game, but this one is from Cottage Living. I'm also just going in with a touch of terrain paint. Oh, we've got another chicken themed item. Don't we have a chicken gnome somewhere? This guy, should we put him in the middle? That's kind of perfect. We also have these chicken sculptures in debug. Am I adding too many chicken things? I don't know. We could also pretend that this is like a bag of chicken feed. We can add the chick. I don't know how that'll go in live mode, but this will be our death by killer chicken backyard area. Potentially will be expanded. And so let's get another death that hopefully will make sense for an inside room. Our next one is going to be death by mold. Ugh, no thank you. Unfortunately, the kitchen is a great place for this one. This one came with 4 rent, and it's basically if your apartment is unclean for too long, your Sims potentially could get molditis and die of mold. And the main reason that I'm doing this as the kitchen is because your Sims make food in the kitchen, and we can go into debug and we can get a little bit of kind of random food. Do you know what'll happen when you go into live mode? All this food sitting out. Oh, let's get some raw meat. Yeah, for sure. The food's gonna go bad. It's not gonna be good. We also from Werewolves have this debug takeout container that I'm going to put on the counter as well, and old carton. And we can add, unfortunately, so many filth things onto the wall for this kitchen. Drip stains. We might even add our little toxic mushroom gnome. If you ever decide you want to take care of the cleanliness situation in the kitchen, you have the dishwasher. We do have the mold piles that look very, very gross, and I don't like to look at them. I'm gonna add them for the bit. I do believe you have to have the mold lot tray on to actually get this in game though, just so you know. Anyway, I think I want to just finish this up with some normal kitchen clutter. I'm actually not going to be adding a trash can because one of the things that leads to mold is the accumulation of trash on your lot. I guess we have to leave this counter open if you want your Sims to actually be able to cook in here, if they can stomach it. All right, that is our death by mold kitchen. Let's just move on. I'm a little grossed out. Is our next death going to be suitable for a dining room? We are going to be doing death by Murphy bed. Okay, obviously we need to do a bedroom for this one. So this is the layout of our upstairs. This is just a giant hallway. I actually think we could do the smallest bedroom for this one, because if we get a death for another room that needs like a big item or something, we could use the larger rooms for that. I don't actually want all of the rooms to have the really dark walls and everything, so we could brighten it up just a little bit. What if we did this rug from Get Together? Growing Together, I get it wrong every time. It goes so nicely with this Murphy bed swatch. Are you kidding me? And the Murphy bed will be playable with it placed like this on the wall. Remind me what the tiny living dressers are like. That one could work there. We could kind of angle it this way maybe. How noticeable is the swatch difference between the dream home decorator shelf and tiny living. You only notice it when you look at it, obviously. I just thought it could be fun to do like some hanging clothes for a change. And on this side, we could do a mirror. And I don't really know exactly what else, considering we have to keep this space completely open, but we could do a little chair. I don't know the playability or functionality if I were to put a TV here, especially the tiny living TV, but I could get the Murphy bed with the couch, and then it's kind of like a living area slash bedroom. I really like this room. I really like the color scheme of this room, but I am realizing if I did actually intend for this to be like a haunted house, it should not be as like bright and colorful, right? Maybe it's even scarier because it's so unassuming. Can't really fit too many plants in, so that means tiny living plant painting. How different does it look if I did do this on the walls? It looks a lot darker. I'm gonna leave it with the blue, but if it's your truth to change it, grab it on the gallery and change it. This is our Death by Murphy bedroom. All right, and let's just see what the next death we are going to get is. Death by catastrophic meltdown. This is a death specific to servos, which in The Sims 4 came with Discover University. And this is one of the very few ways that a servo bot can actually die. It's basically when their durability need gets too low and they will spin around and short circuit and turn into a pile of metal. I was thinking maybe the concept could be we do this over here as like a little office. We can add in the robotics workstation, but I want to like put cobwebs all around the workstation. Like it hasn't been touched in a really long time, causing this catastrophic meltdown. And I think I want to do metal on the floor and on the walls because like servo is short circuiting. Is that too many cobwebs? It might be. I will admit, I will agree. I do want something that could be like scrap metal. Do we have that in debug? I don't know if we do. I do think I'm going to replace this shelf from Strangerville with the computer rack from Get to Work just because that seems more aligned. We do literally have servo in debug. Servo also has a specific urn, which we could get right there. We could get some other robotics things, like this robotics craftable. Oh my god, the little chatterbot. Robot salvage parts. We probably should get a few of these. I still can't find scrap metal though, but I think I actually really like how this room turned out. So this is our servo death by catastrophic meltdown room. Up next, we are going to be doing death by lightning. I think my idea for this one is to do a bathroom, and I think I want to do it all in like bright white to represent the lightning. We have our little toilet room. We need lights. I mean, I personally haven't been struck by lightning, knocking on wood. I know people who have, but not that I can call up right this second and ask what the experience is like and if this is an accurate representation. Oh, and you know what I've always said is an unnatural shade of white? The Dream Home Decorator counters. Why are they like that? Does that feel like a weird layout? It looks so sterile. That's what I'm realizing. I also feel like this is a good one to do for a bathroom because while this is definitely bigger than a bathroom I would normally do, the bathrooms are still the smallest rooms in the house. So if we needed to fit an actual item, it might have been harder. From the bathroom clutter kit, we have the micro lightning dryer for easy hair by Easy Hair. Sorry. Name alone, congratulations, you're getting added to the build. I was looking through the catalog and hear me out. What if I take the tiny bramble patch and use the tool mod to flip it over? Okay, never mind, I can't do it because it disappears. I think we can still add it though. I just think it looks kind of cool, like a lightning strike splintering out. If we could take a couple of these neon ones, if we put them vertically, they do kind of look like lightning bolts. I like how that has turned out. But we could always do this one from Moschino stuff, and we can change the color to like yellowish. It is way too bright in this bathroom. What happens if I just delete the other lights? We'll keep one. Okay, and that is our Death by Lightning inspired bathroom. Let's move on to another room. We will decide what it is once we roll for the death. And this one is going to be Death by Falling from Heights. I think we need to do this as one of the outside areas because I want to use the rock climbing wall, which I know is really tall. So let's come here to the porch off the bedroom. Your Sims can only die by falling from heights at the snowy escape place. Would it clip through the roof if I put it there? It would a little bit, but you know what we can do? We can raise the roof. Literally raise the roof. I don't know if that's actually functional. We also could just do this. Then it's definitely functional. Since we can't just go and get the thing from the snowy escape world that your Sims can fall from, I think they specifically can die from falling if they're like too tired, if their rock climbing skill is too low. So technically we shouldn't put the rock climbing wall. No, if we think about it too much, it's gonna stop making any sense, if it had made any in the first place. So I want to also give us a little bit of decoration with the rock items to represent the rocky terrain of Mount Komorebi that this event could potentially take place in. Oh, maybe we can add some rock climbing shoes. We're just going to pretend that these are rock climbing shoes. Instead of a toothbrush and toothpaste, we're going to pretend that this is liquid chalk and a brush for the chalk on the holds on the rock wall. Oh, we could do the workout gear set. Maybe they favor any other physical activity that's not rock climbing, which is why their rock climbing skill is low, leading to death by falling from heights. Oh, we could also do a speaker of some sort so that you can listen to some rad tunes while you send your project. I think that actually looks quite nice. And there is our best representation of the snowy escape death by falling. Eventually we have to do a dining room, we have to do a couple more bedrooms and a bathroom, but next we are going to be doing death by... What is electrocution if not the same as lightning? Well, I debated keeping this one on the wheel. I was thinking it could be similar to lightning, but the way your sim dies of electrocution is by when they're fixing an electronic object, it can go wrong and they can get a dazed moodlet, and then it's like if you keep having them try to repair stuff, they can get electrocuted. I think also it can happen with the weather machine separately. I was thinking, what if we do it kind of like a gamer techie room, put a lot of tech in there that potentially could break? Isn't there a gamer bed with high school years? This one. I was literally looking through all of the beds, I could not find it. Across from the bed, we could do a dresser, and maybe we put the TV with the reliability 3 on there so it has more of a chance of breaking. We could also do our boombox with a reliability level of 3. We could do the mission control desk. Not that this is functionable tech, but it implies more electronics that your sim could use. And of course, we will put the lowest end computer on it. I think we could get this techie wallpaper going on, but I honestly do think it's kind of busy, so maybe on this wall we'll just do something plain. We could do the jamming tablet, add that right there. We already did the computer rack, but maybe we could do the stage effects control desk. Oh, I almost forgot a gaming console, which we should put right there. What if we did another stereo as the side table? And of course, we are adding the stack of CDs on top. We can get some clutter and kind of add a random pillow. I'll also get us a rug. I realized I've made this room look like it's for someone proficient in tech. Playability wise in the game, this stuff is gonna break. It is low reliability. So I think the purpose of it actually does make sense. This is our bedroom for a wannabe techie. They don't have a very high handiness skill. They actually don't know how to repair all this stuff. Yep. Our next room is going to be death by freezing. I'm trying to think of what this one would work for. We should do it as our little porch area right here. And I was kind of thinking, what if we did white furniture? We can add some snowflake decals because there aren't any like items in the game particularly that cause freezing. It's more like it is cold and your sim goes outside when it is cold. We could cover the floor with snow pal stuff. I do think perhaps that may make it not functional. I think I like that. Oh, for lighting, we could do the ice droplet sconce. If we can't put the whole weather machine, maybe let's act like that's a mini weather machine. Wait, the whatever the weather seasons award, should we put that right here? The weather machine is too big. Should I size it down? Mini weather machine? It's decorative, okay? Okay, this one was just silly goofy. There is our death by freezing balcony. And now we're gonna be serious. Our next very serious room will be themed on death by the mother plant from Strangerville. I think this one, we're finally getting a dining room. Even though we don't have a dining table and a dining set from Strangerville, I'm thinking we can do Strangerville vibes like this. And then what we do have, Strangerville items that are the vibes and the color scheme of the mother plant. We actually literally have the mother plant tendril, which I think you can place in your home after you defeat the plant. It's been so long. It's been years since I've played Strangerville. These are just plant sculptures. Oh, wait, we have wall vines? Oh, well then we need to like completely overtake this room. Am I right? Maybe they thought they defeated the mother, but the tendrils that they brought back actually are going to reactivate or something. Why is this able to be placed just on the table, this giant item. And we do have these little spore clusters, which honestly is quite fitting as a transition from our death by mold kitchen. Just a few more tendrils for good measure. I think that is going to be our death by the mother plant dining room. Next up, we are going to be doing death by old age. I think for this one, kind of make it more old-fashioned. Maybe we go with the cottage living wallpaper. And this one has the two different styles, so you can make it look a little more varied. I think my mind first went to growing together because of all the Elder Creatism items, but we don't necessarily have to stick with that. Honestly, I think this one can be a little more chill, a little less gimmicky than pretty much all of the other rooms in the build, because this is the most standard and I believe the most common method for a sim to pass away. Oh, we could do like lots of pictures. Maybe it's the blueprints to their first ever house. I'm gonna add the worn down dresser right here. We could do a little clock, and then over here, I think it could be a perfect spot for our growing together rocking chairs. And we can definitely get some books right there. That is very cute. And then aside from a little bit of clutter on the side tables, I think we should try to find a rug. We could do a simple one. And then I think that will be our very simple death by old age bedroom. The death for our next room is going to be death by fire. You know what I think this one could be good for is the hallway. I think what we could do is replace these lights with ones that are technically actually candles. We are also going to be adding in another fireplace. And do you know what might be perfect in front of this fireplace? I was thinking we could do a little rug, and maybe we'll just do a chair and a plant here as well. Oh no, the plant is really close to the candles. That's tough. Maybe a grill. You're too hungry. You can't make it all the way down to the kitchen. Maybe your kitchen is being cleaned of the mold infestation, and all you have is a grill to carry you over. Oh no. We could add fireplace tools. I don't think that actually reduces any risk of fire. Maybe right at the top of the steps we have some spare firewood. This item is literally called the fire hazard, so I think that deserves to be in here. Maybe we just get a couple more candles. Another rug, because why not? This is our death by fire hallway. So we have two more things to roll for. And our next room is going to be for death by cow plant. We have not done our porch yet. What if we get a lot of cow plants and load up the porch with the cow plants? You can just search cow plant on the gallery and then just place them. So I think let's get a lot of these. These are kind of big, so I can only put them in places where we still would have one tile to walk around. I think we can fit 5 on this back porch area right here. You just walk out of your dining room immediately greeted with the cow plant. Oh, that was a jump scare. I didn't want to see the inside of its mouth like that. No, thank you. I could do a size down one there. We could also put the cow plant signage on the door. Let me also throw in a little table so that we can add the little cow plant terrarium. And let's do like a whole setup here. We'll do this one and that one. I'm gonna put that around all the lights. We already have a grill in this house, so we definitely don't need an outside grill. I've never heard of that. But we could do a little dining table, throw in a little candle. I was like, oh, maybe we need a plant or two out here. We actually have a ton of plants out here. Thank you very much. How does this look at night with our candles? Oh, wait. I feel like it looks really good. This is our cow plant. I was gonna say front porch, but it's the whole porch. It's a completely wraparound porch. So that means the next one that we get basically has to work for the bathroom. And the next death that we are going to be doing is rabid rodent fever. Does it work that well for a bathroom? I don't know. Rabid rodent fever came with my first pet stuff, and you need one of the rodents for it. Maybe we put the rodent all the way over there, and then we basically just treat it like a 3x2 bathroom. And that way we could do something like this. My first pet stuff came with no wallpaper and no flooring, but I know we have the hamster thingies, whatever these are. So maybe this is how we do it. And the focus isn't actually the bathroom, it's the rodent friends that we've made along the way. You actually can make some like really interesting setups with these. We could do the My First Pet Stuff mirror. Maybe we can do some fun colored towels. I feel like I haven't done the tiny living shelf in a bit. I think that's it. I actually do really like the fun color scheme against the black floor and the white wall. But there is our death by rabid rodent fever bathroom. Let's roll one more to finish out our backyard area. The last one for today is going to be death by death flower. That's actually perfect because we can do a whole garden area back here. I was trying to like naturally get the death flower for the Reaper's Rewards event, and it took me so long with a lot of different plants. So that is what we are getting here, is a lot of different planters to increase the likelihood that you will be able to get a death flower through grafting and splicing and whatever they're gonna be calling it. Maybe we can set up a little garden area, do that from eco right there, throw in the sink as well. And I've always loved the hose detail on the side of this sink. I also love this item. We can put that maybe against the fence. Also, in my Reaper's Reward save, I keep getting fined for water use, so I'm going to be adding some water capture items. Let's just get a bunch of seeds. We can get some starter flowers and starter fruits, because you need the snapdragon and the lily and a cherry and an apple. Then you gotta splice the flowers together and the fruits together to get an orchid and a pomegranate, and then you have to splice together the orchid and the pomegranate to get the death flower. As for other landscaping we're gonna do here, I think maybe we can do a little bit of like lining with rocks. And then since we're in the vampire's world, we can kind of do the vampire's landscaping since it will match best with the world. Always good to have a few creeping thorns around. Definitely not a tripping hazard. And I think that is going to wrap it up for every room is a different death in The Sims 4 build challenge. I don't know why I just said all of that. Obviously, if you made it this far in the video, you know that that was the challenge. But if you did make it this far in the video, go ahead and comment your favorite Sims 4 death. I think mine has to be death by laughter because it is actually a fun one, you know? Like, that's how I want to go out. And if you do have other build challenges, please do comment down below. Obviously, this one was just a silly, goofy one, a gimmicky one. And as always, if you did enjoy this video, feel free to give it a like. That lets me know that you liked the video. That lets YouTube know that you liked the video. And if you are a Sims 4 build challenge enjoyer, please do subscribe to my channel, as that is what we do here. And speaking of build challenges, I have linked another one on the screen for you right now if you'd like to continue watching. Please do join us at a live stream sometime over on Twitch. I've linked it down below. And other than that, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and a lovely tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!